Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. My name is Nikki and I use my clairaudient and channeling abilities to help people find the magic within. If you're new here, welcome. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today, I will be channeling messages from the 2010 film Eat, Pray, Love, starring Julia Roberts. This film follows a woman named Liz who gets a divorce because she has an inner calling within her that being married is not what she intended for herself. So she embarks on a journey to Italy, India, and Bali to self-discover herself and to learn to love herself more, to figure out what it is that she really wants, to explore the world, to travel, and to write about her experiences. It's a very powerful film, and it's also a very spiritual film. So if you have experienced a spiritual awakening, there's a lot of really cool messages within this film. And even if you haven't experienced a spiritual awakening, it still has a lot of very empowering messages that may resonate with you as well. So in the next part of the video, you will see 3 piles. Please meditate on the pile that is speaking to you and go to the timestamps that I provide down below to go directly to your reading from there. If any part of a message does not resonate, just know that message is not for you. Only take what resonates and leave what does not. Let's jump into it. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. What are your channeled messages from the movie Eat, Pray, Love? I have your pile right here. Let's see what your messages are. We have Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. Elephant. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. Friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. I am worth loving. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. Okay, pile number 1. You are facing some obstacles right now. I'm being drawn to the elephant. And if you're familiar with Lord Ganesh, Ganesh actually is considered to be the remover of all obstacles and actually has an elephant head. And Ganesh is referred to a lot in the film Eat, Pray, Love. James Franco, who plays David, is one of the men that Liz is in a relationship with after she gets a divorce from her husband. And he has Ganesh statues all over his apartment that he lives in. And he actually says to Liz, Ganesh is the remover of all obstacles. And I'm also being shown the scene where Liz was having a very difficult time when she travels to India. She was wondering when she was going to start feeling better. She's basically saying, I am meditating all day, every day. When is the good feeling emotions going to come? And shortly after she experiences this and she communicates it to her friend Richard, she is outside and an elephant actually approaches her. And at first she's like afraid and she's backing away from the elephant. But as the elephant gets closer, she notices the gentle, noble energy that this creature is bringing to her. And she starts smiling, and she even puts her hand on the elephant, and it was just what she needed in that moment. The elephant showed up to tell her that the obstacles she was facing were about to be removed, that she was on the right path. So if you are feeling stuck with obstacles, you have a spirit animal in the elephant showing up to tell you that this is temporary. But I'm also being drawn to the light, the fire that the elephant is holding in its trunk at the bottom of the card here. This obstacle, what is the light in this situation? What are you becoming aware about? What lessons are you learning? That is what is important at this time. But there is no need to worry, because the obstacle is going to be removed as you continue to move forward and allow yourself to see the light in your current situation. And the card right next to the elephant is, feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. And it was interesting, when Liz was spending all of her time meditating, she asked her friend Richard, when am I going to start feeling good? Well, in a sense, it is a choice. Your feelings are a choice. There may be pain stuck in the body that you need to release, but if you are holding on to it, you're doing so by choice. You can choose to let it go and be free. So feeling good, when you practice those good feeling emotions, the energy of joy, feeling good, it naturally brings up situations that anything that is not joy, it helps you release it. The joy has a very healing power. So the more you cultivate joy within, anything that is not joy will show up for you to reflect on and to get it out through your emotions. But the key is to know your limits with your emotions, because when there is a lot of trauma that has taken place in the past, it can take some time to heal those things. So be gentle on yourself as you are healing, but continue to know that feeling joy is serving you so much more than you know. So anything that does not spark joy for you, let it go. That includes emotions. That includes clothing. If you have a bunch of clothing in your house that you're not wearing, holding it up, just like Marie Kondo says on her Netflix series, if it doesn't spark joy, thank the piece of clothing and let it go. With people in your life, if there's people that don't spark joy within you, it's important to listen to your intuition about how you're being made to feel. And if you have to walk away from people to do what's best for you, then by all means do that. anything that doesn't spark joy. Lovingly thank it and lovingly let it go. Because feeling good will bring you far more than whatever you thought you needed. And also with these obstacles right now, it's important to have unwavering faith in the universe, because when you do that, you become even more magnetic and align yourself to that which you are wanting to manifest. Because I see with the manifestation card here, you are attempting to manifest your desires. And the first step with doing that is, of course, to do the inner work. But just because you're doing the inner work does not mean you are not capable of still manifesting what it is you want. Still focus on that joy and good feeling emotions, because that is what is helping remove any blockages within you. And also, if you want to try a different type of manifestation method, I came across one yesterday that I'm trying out right now, and a lot of people say that it is really, really powerful. What you do is, before you go to bed, you are in the prime setting to manifest. And also on a full moon. Last night was a full moon, so it was pretty cool to do this on a full moon. Manifesting on a full moon is very, very powerful. But before you go to bed, you're laying in bed before you go to sleep, and you visualize the life you want to have. You visualize everything you want to manifest, whether that's a new home, a new car, more abundance, friendships, whatever it is for you. You visualize yourself enjoying that right now, and you feel the emotions of how it feels to have what you want right now. You feel the good feeling emotions, and you visualize and practice gratitude at the same time, because you're setting up your subconscious mind to think about these things as you drift off to sleep. You're rewiring in your subconscious mind to set those manifestations into motion. So just another thing to try. If you are already writing out your manifestations on paper, that is powerful as well. But visualization is also very powerful when it comes to manifestation. And if you are not someone who is very good at visualizing, even just thinking about what it is that you want to manifest before you go to bed and feeling what it would feel like to have that is powerful. It still works. So if that's something you would like to try with your manifestation, that is an option for you. Also seeing that this is an important time for you to cultivate friendship. So it's important to seek out people who uplift you. And I'm being shown all of the different friends that Liz makes in the film Eat, Pray, Love. When she divorces her husband, she has a friend who is there to support her and guide her through that process, as painful as it was. And then when she goes to Italy, she makes a group of friends. They sit around and they have a bunch of food together. They go to soccer games together, and they just laugh and they make each other feel good. And then when she goes to Bali, she seems to feel a little more isolated there, but she does befriend a young Indian girl and a man named Richard. Richard was a little more of a challenging friend, as he put things into perspective for her that weren't sugar-coated. So he was a friend who didn't tell her what she wanted to hear, he told her what she needed to hear. And as the movie progresses, you also understand that he needed a person like her as well to break down his walls. So friendship is a two-way street, and if you are in the process of manifesting soulmate friends, you are aligning with them right now. You're just getting over the hurdle of this obstacle that's taking place in your life. So rest assured that you are aligning with friends. Also, I'm hearing don't be afraid to reach out to old friends that you may have disconnected with over the years, because when you connect with someone who knows you and is familiar with you, you can laugh about good times you had together. You can clear the air if there was a miscommunication or an argument. You can finally forgive and let go if that resonates for you. So friendship is important this time. You're manifesting new friendships, and it's also important to reconnect with old friends if that serves you in this moment right now as well. With Odin, Psychic Insight, the card says your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So, in the very beginning of the film, Liz, played by Julia Roberts, she just has this internal knowing within her that she didn't want to be married anymore. And she put it off, until one night all of the emotions bubbled to the surface and she goes into the bathroom. I'm being shown the scene where she goes into the bathroom and she just looks so distraught. She's confused about her life and she opens herself up to God in that moment. She gets down on her knees and she said, "Yeah, God, I have not really prayed to you, but hey, it's me, Liz. I'm confused right now. Please show me what to do. Show me what to do right now, and I will do it. Whatever you tell me to do, I will do it." And she has tears just streaming down her face. And she hears a voice within that says, "Go back to bed, Liz." So she stops crying. She picks herself up. She goes in bed. Her husband rolls over and she still kind of has tears stained on her face, but it was like she received some clarity in that moment. He looks at her and he goes, "Are you okay?" And she speaks her truth. She says, "I don't want to be married anymore." So she had this calling, this feeling within her. She knew that she was meant to do something else. She was not happy in her marriage and she couldn't pretend anymore. So she did what she had to do to end the marriage, get divorced, and then she was able to put the focus back on herself, where she decided to travel to Italy, India, and Bali. It was a self-discovery journey. Now, your situation may not be similar to that of Liz's, but I can see that a lot of you have that same calling within you, that you're meant to do something else. There's a calling on your heart, and Spirit is showing me, especially with this card here, that your third eye is opening. You are in the midst of a spiritual awakening. That is why things feel like a struggle right now, is because everything you thought you knew is changing very rapidly, and you are embarking on a journey to discover the best version of yourself, and for once do all the things that bring you joy, not what would make someone else happy, not staying in a relationship just for the sake of making another person happy, not staying at a job just to make your boss and your coworkers happy. What's important is to do what makes you happy, and that's what Liz has to do in this film. She has a very powerful realization that she needs to do what is best for her. Even though it may appear selfish, it was a very powerful act of self-love. So listen to your intuition. Listen to that call. Whatever situation, obstacle you are in right now, Listen to your inner voice. It is your best navigation system. And the final message here is, I am worth loving. I do not have to earn love. I am not lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. So everyone in your life is a reflection of how you feel on the inside. Some part of the people in your life is a reflection of you. And I'm being shown Liz, when she meets Felipe and she falls in love with him, he wants her to stay with him. And she resists it because she doesn't want to run the risk of hurting anyone. She was still healing from the trauma of hurting her ex-husband. She didn't want to open herself up and hurt someone in that way again. And she actually makes a comment at the end. She says, I don't need you to love me for me to love myself, which is a very powerful statement, but at the same time, she was still closing off her heart. She needed to keep her heart open and let love in and not miss out on an amazing opportunity to have love with someone that she truly loved. And that's the same case in your life. You don't need someone to love you in order for you to love yourself. That is true. But it's important not to use that as an excuse to close yourself off to love. You are worth loving. You don't have to earn love. You are lovable just the way that you are. So continue to reaffirm that to yourself, and just know that as you continue to love yourself, that self-love will be reflected out here with the people in your life. It will be reflected back to you. So be on the lookout for that as you continue to embark on this amazing self-love, self-discovery journey. Thank you. Pile number 1, those are your messages from Eat, Pray, Love. If you enjoyed the reading, if it resonated, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. What are your channeled messages from the film Eat, Pray, Love? I have your pile right here. Let's see what is going on. We have Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Wanting more for others puts me into an energy of abundance. I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. Dragonfly. Flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Life energy. The fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. I listen with love to my body's messages. My body is always working toward optimum health. My body wants to be whole and healthy. I cooperate and become healthy, whole, and complete. Okay, pile number 2. So what I'm being drawn to first and foremost is the dragonfly. Are you having a difficult time calming your mind? What is the state of your mind right now? Is it calm and still? Is it crystal clear? Or is it always racing? It's very important to pay attention to the state of your mind right now, because I'm being shown this scene in Eat, Pray, Love where Liz, played by Julia Roberts, she is in India and she is having a hard time sitting still with her meditation practice. And she asks her friend Richard, how do you do it? How do you get to that place of just calming your mind? And he says, you have to surrender. You have to truly surrender. So meditation can be difficult when you first start doing it, because our minds, we become so used to all the thoughts that are going in there, and we attach to the thoughts that are in our mind. So with meditation, you learn to observe your thoughts and let them go. So what really helped me with meditation was to listen to a guided meditation on YouTube where someone was prompting me to quiet my mind. And then when I went to go do it myself after that, it became much easier to do. And it's important to look at your meditation practice as an experience of joy. If it is something that does not bring you joy, that is 100% okay. There are other ways you can calm your mind. You can put your focus on something that brings you joy, because focusing on joy will help recalibrate that energy as well. And that's why we're seeing I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. So there are days when I wake up and I already know that I'm not in a good mood. It happens to everybody. But when that happens, it's important to understand that you can choose how you're going to feel as you go into your day. You may not be able to control everything that takes place in your day or people in your day, but you can control how you respond to those situations and people. So if you have a morning practice routine, if you have a morning routine to calibrate this feeling before you move into your day, it is very, very powerful. For me personally, I meditate, I do EFT tapping, I practice gratitude, and I journal. All four of those things I can do within the span of an hour, and it really does set my day up for success. So, whatever resonates for you to do in the morning, to create a morning routine that brings you joy, that will help recalibrate your energy before you go into your day, is so, so powerful. And it will help you focus more on things that bring you love and joy as you move into your day. I'm also being drawn to wanting more for others puts me into an energy of abundance. And I'm being shown this scene in Eat, Pray, Love where Liz, she goes to her healer, who is a woman, and she has her daughter, and they are struggling financially. Liz creates an email and she sends it to all of her friends asking for help for her healer friend. And they send a bunch of money, $18,000 in total, and Liz gifts this money to her friend. And it is a very heartwarming scene in the film. And it's just a reminder that when we give of our time, our resources to other people, that it shifts the energy in a very powerful way, and it puts us into an energy of abundance because we want to see others prosper. We want to help other people. We want to celebrate other people's successes. So how can you shift that energy in your life at this time? Because when you understand that celebrating other people's successes and that the universe is abundant, then you operate from a different level of consciousness where you're able to shift the energy and attract more abundance to yourself in the process, because you understand there is plenty to go around for everyone. And uplifting other people, helping other people, wanting more for other people is an amazing way to attract more abundance to yourself as well. With Flourish and Life Energy, I definitely see there's some shadow work taking place here. And also with Higher Learning, you have learned from your past experiences. There is light being shown on things in the past for you to integrate and to heal. So Melchizedek here is saying that there is more inner study required at this time to get you to the next level. And I feel that that is in regards to shadow work. Shadow work is not something that we can sidestep, especially once the spiritual awakening has taken process, has begun. There's really no going back. So I feel like there are a lot of things from the past that are showing up in the present right now for you to reflect on so that you can break those cycles, those patterns, and integrate your shadow self. One very powerful way to shine light on the shadow is to do self-image meditations. I was doing a self-image meditation from Aaron Doughty, and it was very powerful. I had done it maybe 20 times, and then my shadow revealed itself to me in my mind. It was very surreal. But ever since that has happened, since my shadow has shown itself, it's just re-emphasizing that the shadow work that I've been doing shone light on my shadow, and now I'm seeing a lot of things and patterns in my life right now for me to integrate and to shine light on and to heal. And it has been difficult. Shadow work is not easy because you really come face to face with all the things about yourself that you don't like. And they're hard realizations to come into. So if that's what you're going through at this time, just know it's all part of the process, and it is helping you with your life force energy, and it's helping you flourish more as well. It's a very beautiful thing because the shadow needs to have the light shown on it. So continue to do your shadow work. You are gaining a lot more wisdom and inner self-realization as you do this shadow work. And then with I listen with love to my body's messages, I'm being shown the scene in Eat, Pray, Love where Liz is outside meditating, and as she is sitting in stillness, she has a pain in her side, and she immediately goes to her healer. So if you are experiencing pain in a certain part of your body right now, pay attention to that and listen to what your body is telling you. Because if you're experiencing pain in a certain part of your body, there is some type of emotion that needs to be released. For example, my mother went into a nursing home when I was 23 years old. So this was 13, 14 years ago. And I kept holding out on the idea that she would be healed and that things would go back to normal and everything would be okay. And I had to learn to let go of control of that. But what I didn't do was I didn't allow myself to grieve the relationship I once had with her. And what that did was it caused a lot of pain in my lungs. I actually had to use an inhaler for about a year, and I also developed a cough. But once I had my spiritual awakening and I started to heal these things within me and let go of the pain to allow myself to grieve, that's when major shifts started taking place. I actually went for a run with my fiance a couple weeks ago, and I was able to run without like huffing and puffing. I had done so much inner work that running felt joyful to me. So it's very important to feel your emotions, because if we leave the pain within the body, the pain of the past in the body, then it can turn into illness and disease and just create more pain. So the way to let go of pain is to feel your emotions and get it out in any way that is comfortable for you. So for those of you that are experiencing pain in a certain part of your body right now, look up the spiritual meaning of why you may be feeling pain in that area, and then reflect on your life as to why that may have transpired the way that it did, and then allow yourself to let it go. Do a meditation to help let it go. Or if the emotions come up on their own to the point where they feel like you can't control them, get it out and then know your limit, and then do what you have to do to move back into your day. Because if it's something very traumatic that is in the body, it can take some time to get that out. If it's very, very traumatic, don't feel like you can't ask somebody for help. Feel free to ask for help from an energetic healer, someone who has mastered the art of getting pain out of the body that can help you do this. It is not a weakness to ask for help in doing that. If you have experienced something very, very traumatic where the emotion is overwhelming, it's okay to ask for support in that area if it's not something you can just do on your own. So that is all I am seeing, pile number 2. Thank you so much. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. What are your channel messages from the film Eat, Pray, Love? I have your pile right here. Let's see what's going on. We have Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. In stillness, I receive. Whale. Journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a fairy magical ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. I love and approve of myself. I appreciate all that I do. I am good enough just as I am. I speak up for myself. I ask for what I want. I claim my power. Okay, pile number 3. So, Spirit is showing me that you are diving really, really deep into your emotions and inner healing. That is what the whale does. The whale dives deep. I see that you are really practicing a lot of meditation because we have in stillness I receive. And I'm being shown in the movie Eat, Pray, Love, where Liz, when she goes to India, how there is a person who took a vow of silence, and Liz actually takes a vow of silence as well, and they are wearing pins that say, I am in silence. Perhaps you have taken a vow of silence, or perhaps you are really appreciating the silence during your meditation, and Spirit wants you to know that in these moments, in stillness, you are receiving. You are receiving self-love for yourself, you are receiving guidance from your intuition, and you are receiving downloads and inspiration, ideas about where to navigate next in life. And I feel like part of that, you are being called to go on a journey, just like Liz does in this film. She feels an inner calling within her to travel to Italy, to India, and Bali, which is in Indonesia. And it's just this amazing spiritual journey that she embarks on. But what she doesn't realize is that it's a journey of self-discovery. And she learns a lot about herself in the process. She learns how to fully love herself. So if you feel called to go on a journey at this time, heed that call. And for some of you, I feel like this could be just something that comes up out of the blue because it says impromptu on the card. Somebody could just randomly invite you. You could win tickets to go on a trip. You could see discounted tickets on a trip. I'm seeing a lot of different dynamics here, but this is all part of what you are manifesting and where your soul is leading you. So definitely heed the call and take this journey if you feel inclined to do so, if that's what your soul is telling you to do. But also, in regards to this deep diving that you are going in meditation and with the diving deep with the whale, there is a lot of ancestral healing take place, specifically with a father wound of some sort, because we have Master Jesus forgiveness. I feel like you are in the process of forgiving your father for something, or perhaps you are a father who is seeking forgiveness from your children for something, because I'm being shown this scene in Eat, Pray, Love where Richard, he takes Liz up to this place where he likes to meditate and sit in stillness. And he tells her a story about how he has not seen his children in a very long time, and it was because he was an alcoholic. He came home one day, he saw his child sitting in the driveway, but he did not see his child. His child got out of the way in time, but if the child had not, he would have made a very big mistake. There would have been a very bad accident. And he was practicing self forgiveness for himself. So, this could also represent forgiving yourself for something that you did in the past, being too hard on yourself for something. So, there is a very powerful healing taking place right now in regards to healing, in regards to a father wound of some sort. So, continue to practice that self forgiveness, continue to practice forgiveness to your father, and just know that you are diving really, really deep into these emotions, and a deep inner healing is taking place because of that. But your path is one of light and love. And because you are diving so deep, your spiritual team wants to emphasize the need to practice psychic protection before embarking on any spiritual work. So before you do this type of healing, do an energy cleanse of some sort that resonates for you before you do this very deep diving work into healing your ancestral lineage. Because if you don't, what happens is you're prone to psychic attacks, you are prone to negative energies being around you, you are prone to just, I'm hearing darkness in a certain sense, trying to get in the way of you doing this inner work. So protect yourself before you do this work. I'm hearing sage. You could light some sage and put that around you before you meditate or before you do a meditation on the inner healing. And I'm also hearing a bath before you embark on this healing, getting out in nature, taking a walk beforehand, grounding yourself. Spiritual protection is so important, but also understanding that you are divinely guided and supported. Your spiritual support team will point out to you ways that will help you protect yourself. So definitely practice spiritual protection before doing this inner healing work. Because, yeah, I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. Your spiritual team is guiding you as to how to practice this spiritual protection. They are guiding you as how to heal. They are with you every step of the way. They are helping you dive deep. They are helping you receive in stillness. They are helping you forgive. They are helping you to heal any relationship in your family that may be disconnected at this time. There's definitely a diving deep feel to this, and you were receiving a lot of guidance. So definitely trust the guidance that you are being given right now. And the last message is, I love and approve of myself. So yeah, there is a need here to forgive yourself and not be hard on yourself for anything that happened in the past that you may regret. It's time to let that pain go, let those emotions go, and move forward into your destiny. Appreciate everything that you do. You are good enough just as you are. You speak up for yourself. Ask for what you want. Claim your power. So I'm also hearing to do a soul retrieval meditation where you reclaim parts of your soul that may be lingering with other people and situations in the past. Call that back to you so that you can reclaim your power. And you can also hold your palms up and say, I lovingly call all of my power back to me right now. I lovingly call all of my power back to me right now. There is something so powerful in doing that, and it returns to you as you do that. So if that's something you would like to make as part of your morning routine, it is very powerful. So there's Father healing is taking place right now, forgiveness in that area. You have a lot of guidance being given to you. In stillness, you receive. In silence, you receive. You're diving deep. Be prepared for an amazing journey you're about to go on. Practice psychic protection and love and approve of yourself because you are worthy, whole, and complete just as you are. Thank you, group number 3. Those are your messages. If it resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.